Hello everybody, how is it going? So, today we're playing some Rebecca against a queen. We're getting all this queen experience. This is notoriously one of Queen's good matchups into Rebecca, just because of the amount of top end he plays. And Yamato gets a lot of value because we don't really attack life too early on. Well, we kind of just start attacking it when we can, which usually means when we find a Kyros. And right now we don't have any, but we see some Kong guns. They'll be good in this matchup. We're just going to play a blocker, use leader, find a Barto, and pass. This is definitely one of the slower matchups of this format. Kind of Queen's early game is mostly just going to be either 3,000 worlds, bottom decking something, or just playing a blocker. So he's going to swing for 6, we'll counter, and play a pound and pass. This is one of the matchups I think Queen also does swing, just because you can't really starve out Rebecca because of her leader effect, just kind of how she works. But we find a Coliseum, which is always good. We're gonna play Rebecca Searcher, find an Orlumbus, we'll use leader, and that's probably about all we're doing because we don't find the Kyros. It's all good. We will pass it back, and yeah. it's a slow matchup. I'm gonna be real. It's gonna take a bit. He's gonna go 6 again at us. Interesting, he's deciding to go 6. Maybe it just doesn't fit his curve, so might as well swing 6. I guess it checks our hand for a 2k every turn, and we don't play an absorbent amount of 2ks, but we play a decent amount. And we find a Luffy on curve, which is nice because we just also got to exactly 7 cards on or in our graveyard. So we're just going to work on clearing this boa, not letting them get any value, which is definitely nice. Yeah, can't complain at that. And he actually decides to counter, which is very weird. So I'm just immediately going to use effect and swing 7 again. He also could block with pound here if he really wants to save the boa and just bottom life my blocker or something, but he lets it go, which is cool. Also, kind of an important thing about this matchup to know if you're playing Rebecca, try to make sure you don't lose all your Luffys, because you're going to get close to decking out a lot of the time, and it almost happens on this match. Just because they can put your Luffys in life and then literally just let you deck out. So just be careful of that. It's not going to happen every game because I need to see, an amount of 8-drop Katakuris. I need to see 4. So I mean, yeah. But it can be a little bit awkward if you milled 1 and then you only have 1 in hand and 1 in deck. And then they out 1 and then they kill the other before you use their effect. And then you're left with nothing. So just make sure you're always shuffling back at least 1 Luffy, and not at the bottom, the complete bottom. Just make it one of the first cards you put back. But he 3,000 worlds our, what is it called? Our Deo blocker, which I mean is fine. We're just gonna Orlumbus and then Kyros the blocker. Yeah, he'll put Kyros in my life, but that's alright. Shouldn't matter too much. Right now he's finally up to 10 Dawn, so we're expecting some sort of top end to finally come down. He didn't have the 8-drop last turn, so maybe a 9-drop like Yamato or Mihawk, which both deal with my Luffy right now. Yeah, see what I mean? The Yamato could pop a 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cost right now? Kinda crazy. So yeah, that is very good in this matchup. And he plays the Yamato, pops my Luffy, probably just swing 6 at me, and I'm fine with taking this because I kind of have a surplus of life right now. All good. We draw an Orlumbus and then get 1 off life, or other way around. We're going to leader effect, either grab a Barto or a Rebecca. I think it's probably better to just grab the Barto. I don't know what I end up doing. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I think I was maybe looking for some sort of removal to just pop the Yamato. And we do find the Kyros, so we can do the double Orlumbus in the Kyros. Should have just enough Dawn. I think we actually have 1 Dawn to spare. So it doesn't super matter the order we do it in, but we'll use the one on board, pop our Rebecca, Then we'll play another one, use it, and then pop one of the Orlumbuses, and then we'll just play Yamakuros, pop the Yamato, and pass. The next top end he plays, we can probably answer by just Luffy and King Kong Gun, just attack it twice, and he plays down another Yamato, kills my Orlumbus, attacks for 6. I'm probably just going to take as well, it doesn't mess with my leader ability next turn. We find a Kuros and then a Barto blocker. We'll just probably play down the Luffy, King Kong Gun the Luffy, and attack Yamato for 13. So, probably can't really save this. Yep, he doesn't. And we're going to use Luffy effect and just make sure we put back our cards. We put back the Luffy, or one of our 7-drop Luffys. Put back a whole bunch of King Kong Guns because I think it's going to be pretty important in this matchup. And we leave a Luffy in grave. I honestly think I should have just shuffled that one back as well. But it's alright. As long as we have an amount of Luffys in our deck, we should be okay. But I'm expecting this Luffy to get answered pretty quick. I just wanted to use him to make sure I have the backup Luffys so we can't get decked out. And we do get Mihawked, and he'll swing 6 at us, and we'll find a Sabo off life. It is kind of nice right now because he's still at full life, so he can't really heal anything, so he's not really gaining much off his little 6k hits, which is very good. We don't currently have the answer to this Mihawk, but we could find it. We'll play Orlumbus and leader effect. We probably want to play the Sabo just because we have a Coliseum in hand. Might as well cycle that out. Just gonna attack for 5, maybe get a free hit in. We do, that's pretty good. Play Sabo, find another Sabo and another Orlumbus. We'll definitely chuck a Coliseum, and we'll probably get rid of Kuros, and we'll pass it back. Right now, just really want that 3,000 worlds to just get rid of the Mihawk. Would be very nice and also very efficient. But if we find I guess we could have held the Kuros and then next turn went double Orlumbus and then Kuros, but I'm greedy. But that was definitely a play. I'm just trying to hold on to my King Kong guns. I know that's like, it's how I'm gonna end up going for game, just because it's how we have to. But he will play a Dofi blocker. It took him quite a bit to stack the top of his deck, but I'll cut that out, so it doesn't really matter. He'll go 3 Dawn on Queen, attack my life for 8. I probably want to defend one of these, but I don't really want to drop cards, so maybe I'll take this one and block the Mihawk. Find another King Kong gun. I'm not even going to use the trigger. I just want I just want it in hand for whenever it's lethal, or I need to out like a big monster with Luffy. So that's what we're just doing for now. I imagine Mihawk will just come across for 9, maybe 10 if he really wants to kill the Sabo. And yeah, it goes 1 Dawn, attacks for 10. We'll probably just sack off for Sabo. Not really a great answer to this swing, so it'd be like that. He'll play down a pound and pass. So this turn, we're still on the hunt for 3,000 worlds, so we'll definitely play the Sabo in hopes that we find it. We'll attack for 5 at lead. He could choose to take this or defend it. I don't think it super matters. He will 2k out of it. We'll play down Sabo. Look for a 3,000 worlds, which we do find. Also find a Kuros. I just chuck the Kuros. And we probably get rid of the Leo. Then we'll use the Orlumbus on board. You know, obviously KO whatever because it's protected by Sabo. And 3,000 worlds. And then just pass it back. We could attack with Orlumbus. Just because, I think I thought about it, but then like if I attack with it, my Kuros goes. So let me at least get a swing from Kuros next turn, and then you know, he'll probably just get bottom deck or bottom life, sorry. But that's alright. Right now, we're definitely looking for a Luffy. I know I'm definitely getting low in deck size right now. I know I end up going really close to just decking out, but I knew I put a Luffy that wasn't completely on the bottom, so I think I was pretty much okay. He'll play 3,000 worlds, get rid of my Orlumbus. We still have another one in hand. We saw a lot of Orlumbuses. To be fair, we cycled through our deck a lot, so it's only natural we find them. He'll go 2 Dawn on lead, attack my lead for 7. We'll probably just block with the Sabo and 2k. Yup. He has 4 down left, maybe another 3,000 worlds, or just like a blocker. Whatever he has. No, okay, actually goes 4 down on Dofi and attacks Sabo for 8. I'll probably just let it go. That is it's kind of fine, honestly. Yep, let him go. He passed it back to us. We find a Kaya. I'll use leader. Find a Gyat. I'm looking for this Luffy. We'll probably just try to clear the Dofi blocker. We kind of just want to do our best to clear both blockers this game, or this turn. Just checking my grave, making sure that I didn't fumble and not put back a Luffy, but I did, so I'm fine. We'll play down the Kaya, maybe dig a bit deeper. We see a Rebecca Searcher. We're going to discard a couple 2Ks just in hopes that this Rebecca Searcher will find our Luffy, and sadly it doesn't, but we find another little blocker. I'm probably just going to play Orlumbus this turn after working on clearing his board. We're going to swing for 4 with Rebecca at the Dofi, which does kind of get punished by the pound, but it's okay because we have Pseudo Rush, so we should still be able to clear both. And we kind of gain a free life, which it's fine with me. So yep, Kyros gets bottom lifed. We'll play our Orlumbus, give him a Dawn, and then attack the Dofi blocker. And he lets it go, and we'll pass it back. So, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird in this sim, because I don't know exactly how bottom decking works, if it's like the first cards you click are at the very bottom, or if it's towards the end cards you click that go in the bottom, like what order they go in. So, a little bit hard to know exactly where the Luffy is, but I know he's not the very last card either way, so he was at least like the second card I put in deck, or like, you know, I think like the second to first card I put in deck. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure where he is just because of how, I don't know how the sim works with using Luffy effect. But he's going to swing 8 at the Orlumbus. We are going to double 2K just because Orlumbus is annoying. And if he thinks we have a 3,000 worlds, kind of makes him a bit scared to drop a top end. But he can't really drop a top end that he needs this turn because he doesn't have a 7 Dawn. So he actually red rocks the Orlumbus, which is kind of funny. Hey, we finally find one of the Luffys. That's always good. And I think I do end up just playing him this turn. I think I was supposed to maybe not just play him. I could King Kong gun my Rebecca, which I definitely thought about. And I think in the end it was probably better to do that. But we're going to leader effect. We see both our 3,000 worlds. I must be stupid and put them right next to each other when I was putting them back with Luffy. Something to do is that you should alternate your Dressrosa cards and your non-Dressrosa cards when you're putting stuff back in with Luffy, so you can't really whiff off your leader. So that's kind of important to note, and I definitely did that by accident. Wasn't thinking about it. But we're just going to play Luffy and a Deo, and sadly, Luffy does get answered by Katakuri. He still can't heal with his leader yet, so he'll probably just attack us, and because we just got a free life, we'll just take this hit, find out what it is. Another Deo blocker. We only have 7 cards left in deck, so we know we have one more Luffy in there, because it's not in our life. And it'll pass. We find the third King Kong gun. We'll use leader, find an Orlumbus. So yeah, we're just playing Orlumbus this turn. We could also King Kong gun our Rebecca, and just try to sneak a hit in there. And I think that is what I end up doing. So yeah, we'll King Kong gun our Searcher Rebecca, give her a Dawn, and then just attack for 9. Could have also just attacked for 10 if I know I'm just playing Orlumbus this turn, but 9 is a fine number, and he does take the double hit and triggers a boa. We're just going to play the Orlumbus and pass. Not much else to do, really. So going back to him, he has 5 cards in hand, 1 in life. So he needs to play 2 cards from hand, and then he'll be able to heal with his leader effect. So he needs like 2 blockers, and then he can just swing and heal. Completely depends if he has the low end to drop that many cards and also still have enough for your leader, but we will see, I guess. Plays down Soga King, so it looks like he's not going to have that. He'll probably bounce my Lumbus. He draws 2, has to discard 2. Discards a Red Rock and a Veggie. Alright. Attacks for 5 at my Rebecca. I'm just gonna let that go. And I imagine he'll just swing with Katakuri. Unless he doesn't want to give me my last couple life. Again, I'm always like triple checking that I didn't mess up the Luffy. And it should be fine, He'll play down the Dofi blocker. Stack the top of his deck. Just check in my graveyard. And we'll grab a Barto. We'll use leader. We had 3 cards left at that point, so I have 1 card in deck right now. But we finally find that Luffy. And we're just going to clear the blockers. And he protects the Dofi blocker with the Boa blocker, which is kind of funny. We're going to use Luffy effect. We're just going to put back all the Luffys we can, just to make sure that we will still have them. Maybe put back some blockers, some 3000 worlds potentially. Put back an Lumbus, put back a King Kong gun. And okay, we didn't put back any 3000 worlds. But he actually does concede there, which is a bit unfortunate. I do think it still would have been close, but I think we could have eventually pulled it out after clearing those blockers. He would have been able to heal next turn probably, but yeah, sorry it kind of ended like that, but I do think we could have pulled out that win. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.